Good evening, Bravs, and welcome to the year 2013. Looking back at 2012, hopefully, maraming nangyari sa 2012 na those are beautiful and good memories that we can carry in our hearts to cherish it as we see the hand of Christ working in our lives. Magandang makita natin noong 2012 na gumalaw ang Panginoon sa buhay natin. And itong 2013, let us hope that we can respond to this call of the Lord. Dahil ang ating Panginoon is always doing the initiative. Siya lagi ang nauuna sa atin para tayo magising sa ating pananampalataya at saka yung magagawa natin sa mundo. Always remembering that there is only one life that God has given each one of us. We have to live only 24 hours a day. And we have to maximize these 24 hours a day that the Lord has given us because life will end sooner or later. Noong 2012 nga, natakot tayo doon sa end of the world. Diba? Kung natuloy kaya yun noong December 21, saan kaya tayo pupulutin? Are we ready? Now that hindi siya natuloy, what can we do to prepare ourselves just in case it will happen? And nobody knows when it will happen. So we cannot just take this sitting down. Kasi ang mata ng Kristiyano, yung paningin natin sa mundo, dapat lagi natin sinasabi, looking at the world in the mind of Christ, ibig sabihin is, there is short time. Konti lang ang panahon natin. Hindi nyo ba napansin na nung 2012, parang tapos na rin, di ba? Parang ganun na rin ba lumipas yung 2012? Kung ganun na lang din lumipas ang 2012, what more of 2013? Malamang ganun din. Kaya, ano ang message sa atin nito? Let us not waste our time. Nung kagaya ko rin kayo, age ninyo, there was a time that I thought I will live forever. Alam niyo yun? Hindi ako magkakasakit, hindi ako maghihirap, mabubuhay ako habang buhay. Yung gusto kong gawin, magagawa ko lahat. Until such time that when I was growing older, I have to trim down what I can do and what I cannot do. Kasi marami tayong gustong gawin sa buhay. Actually, yung 24 hours lang na binigay ni Lord sa atin, kulang pa rin yun eh. Mag-FB ka lang, mag-internet ka lang, kulang na yung 24 hours mo eh. Halos hindi ka na nga matutulog kung pagbibigyan ko, meron ka lang pagkakataon, you will not sleep eh. Diba? But the Lord has given us, for example, our body, our physical body, should be given 8 hours at least of sleep. Kung hindi mo na yun, kung yung activity mo sa araw-araw, kinukuha mo pati yung sleep mo, there will be time that your body will give up. So, ibig sabihin, when the Lord has given us this freedom, the Lord has given us also the responsibility. Ano yung responsibility? The ability to respond. Freedom is not something that you just do what you want to do. No. The Lord has given us this freedom to respond according to His will. Ganun talaga eh. Kaya lang, ang mundo kasi, napakagulo. Diba? Ang mundo, guguluhin ka ng mundo para hindi mo marinig ang Panginoon, para hindi mo makita yung pinagagawa niya sa iyo, to the end that the devil is speaking to you to do what you just like to do. But in the end, at the end of the day, are you happy? Are you happy doing what you want to do? Kung minsan magkakaroon ka ng emptiness sa heart mo eh. And then you will look for something more. Yung ginawa kong ito, it's not something that will make me happy. Then bukas, iba na naman ang gagawin mo. Until such time that you are digging yourself deeper into a hole na hindi ka na makaalis. So, the Lord is offering us a beautiful freedom. Yung freedom ba? Na pwede mong isigaw talaga na, freedom! That's why He came into this world. Kasi, hindi na natin siya maintindihan sa sulat niya. So, the meaning of Christmas really is Christ coming to us in the flesh. Kung sa buhay natin sa Brebs, lagi na lang natin naririnig si Broa, nagpo-formation, nagti-teaching, si Bishop, nagpo-formation, nagti-teaching, si Ate Chachi, nagpo-formation, nagti-teaching. Will that be something that is enough for us? in our following the Lord? Sa tingin ko, hindi eh. Kasi hanggang si Kristo, hindi in the flesh siya atin, useless pa rin, di ba? Parang ganun pa rin ang Pasko. Magsa-celebrate pa rin tayo ng Pasko. Naririnig lang natin si Lord sa pagmimisa natin, sa formation, sa teaching na naman. Ganun na naman. Pero we continue to do our own thing. Ang ibig sabihin ng pagdating ni Kristo, ang pagkakaroon ng Christmas in our hearts, is tayo yung magiging Kristo. We become more like Christ. Christ becomes in the flesh through us. Magkakalaman, magkakabuto, magkakabuhay si Kristo sa inyo, sa atin, sa akin. Hindi lang si Lord na ipanganak do sa Bethlehem, tapos na. The mystical meaning of this, the spiritual meaning of this, is Christ comes to us and we become Christ. And we become Christ to others. And the presence of Christ in this world is tayo. Nagets niyo? So we don't look for Christ. Yeah, we may see Christ in others, but in the end, we become Christ to others. Yun ang point. Kaya nga, ang pagiging brevs natin, buti tayo, medyo solid brevs tayo dito. Yun yung point. Kasi kung sumali tayo sa brevs, tapos hindi naging in the flesh si Lord sa atin, sayang yung panahon nyo. Diba? Para bang, after all these years, parang sayang eh. May mga iba tayong members sa Brevs. Ang bilis, pagpasok pa lang sa Brevs, kuha na. Yung ibig sabihin ni Kristo. Yung iba naman, since birth, since the birth of the Brevs hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin mag-gets. Diba? But, hindi ibig sabihin na wala tayong pag-asa. Kasi habang nandito ka sa Brevs, the Lord is so patient with us. Helping us grow. Kasi may mabibilis na maging disciple, may mababagal na maging disciple. Kaya nga ang point ni Lord is, love one another. Maging mapasensya tayo sa bawat isa. Maging mapagpatawad tayo sa bawat isa. Pero yung mga mababagal naman, try naman na medyo bilisan mo naman yung lakad mo. Diba? Kasi, you might be dragging the community slower. Kung masyado ka naman mabilis, bagalan mo ng konti para naman makahabol yung iba. So, sa community natin, let us allow God to work in us. Yung bang, pag nasa Brevs tayo, tignan natin yung galaw ni Kristo lagi sa pagiging Brev natin. While we see Christ in others, we also become Christ to others. So, ang ibig kong sabihin dito, whether we are present or not, tayong mga leaders, whether wala tayo o nandyan tayo, the Brevs must go on. Bakit? Kasi we are living the Brev life. Diba? Kasi kung walang leaders, and then sasabog na yung Brev, sayang naman yung pinaghirapan nating lahat. And we missed the point. So tayong lahat, sa pagpasok natin sa Brevs, lagi niyong tatandaan yung nothing but the best for God. Once you step into the community of the Brevs, see to it that you're doing your best. Because Christ will meet you there. Christ will meet you there. Ang mahirap, pagpasok natin sa Brevs, we disturb this nothing but the best. We become worst. Sana hindi ganon. Kasi, whether napapansin nyo hindi, may mga Brevs na tinitingnan tayo. May mga hindi rin Brevs na tinitingnan tayo. Kaya, sana wag nating sayang ito. 13 years na ang Brevs. We are going 14. And until now, we are carrying this tradition that we are at our best. Especially this year of faith. No? Let's respond to the Lord in this year of faith. Paano tayo magre-respond sa year of faith? The basic here is prayer. Basic. Kaya itong breviary natin, do not miss this. Do not, wag nating gawing para bang, kung may time ka lang, punta ka. Kung wala, wala. I mean, gawin nating para bang, it's a kind of a lifestyle, a way of life. At wag nating sasayangin yon. Kasi nandito na kayo. Nagagawa natin, hindi nagagawa ng iba. We are not comparing ourselves to others, but our call is to pray the breviary, first and foremost. And yung pagdadasal natin ng breviary, hopefully, will make Christ alive in us. So paglabas natin dito, sana dala natin yung unti-unting pagkabuhay ni Kristo sa puso natin. Do not miss that. Kahit na nag-iisa ka or magkakasama kayo, huwag niyong wawalain yung spirit ng breves. And we hope that this is a kind of a spiritual or a legacy of faith na iiwan natin. Kaya kailangan natin mag-disciple eh. Nangigets nyo? Kaya may mga bata sa breves. Hindi naman ito steady lang na, mga professionals lang ang breves. Yung mga bata, hindi pwede dito. Kasi kailangan natin itong ipasa sa iba eh. So, ngayong year of faith, we should thank God. Kasi you are families na dinadala ng Panginoon dito. Trinidad family, Barlis family, Aguas family, Pablo family. Sino pa bang family na dito? Castro family. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, hindi lang naman ka nag-iisa. Ang dinadala nyo dito, pamilya na eh. Kaya nga nung isang reflection, nung nakaraang Easter carols, natatanda nyo, nag-Easter carols tayo? Yung isang family, hiningi na nila yung image natin kasi meron tayong pilgrim image ng Holy Family. Nung kukunin na natin, ayaw na nilang ibigay, pwede ba iwan mo na lang sa amin itong Holy Family? So, sa isip-isip ko naman, ayoko sana mahal eh. Huwag na lang, pwede na, mayaman naman kayo na lang bumili. Pero iba yung gift, di ba? And to think that they are asking the Holy Family to stay in their home, sabi ko, okay, sige, okay po. Sana the Holy Family will bless you. Pero alam niyo kapalit nyon? Families. No? Family ang kapalit na binibigay ng Lord sa breves. So, let us make this an evangelization of sorts that we bring families to the Lord through the breves. Kaya buhayin natin to. Kapag hindi kayo nakaka-breviary dito na magkakasama tayo, hopefully you will pray the breviary in your homes. Doon sa bahay, sa amin, kasi hindi nakakapunta sila Richard, sila Iya, sila Tonton. Minsan sila mo hindi nakakapunta. We started the rosary at the house. No? Kapag wala dito, sumasabay sila sa atin. Kapag nagbe-breviary tayo dito, nagro-rosary sila sa bahay. And I think it's high time again. Medyo nawala na naman. So, ibabalik na naman natin. Hopefully sa inyo din, ganon. No? Palakasin natin, lalo na itong year of faith. Ito yung response natin eh. Let us not lose our sight of why the Lord called us to be here. There's something there. No? Kaya huwag kayong paghinaan ng loob, huwag kayong mawawala ng pag-asa, huwag kayong, tawag nito, kumbaga, lalayo sa Panginoon. Yun ang pinakamasamang mangyayari. Lalayo tayo sa Panginoon. Kasi yung pagbabalik sa Panginoon, ang hirap eh. Nasimulan mo na, tuloy mo na. Kasi once na naputol yan, magsisimula ka na napakahirap na naman ang pagbabalik. It's a gift eh. It's like a pearl of great price, sabi sa Bible. Pag nawala mo yun sa pigpen, alam mo yung pigpen, yung kulungan ng baboy na puro putik, ang hirap hanapin yung pearl na yun. Diba? And the pigs will just trample on it. You know the value of it, but why should you throw it away? Kaya ito yung great gift of faith na binigay ng Panginoon sa inyo. Don't waste it. The most beautiful thing that can happen this year of faith is share it to others. Share Christ to others. Amen.